Hey everybody, Sean Hatzel here with Get Lean After 40. In today's video, I want to share how people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s should combine or pair their foods to keep your body in an environment where it can easily metabolize and access stored fat cells as a fuel source. Now, somewhere around this video, you'll also see a link where I have something very special that I want to share at the end of this video, specifically designed for the hormones and the metabolism of people over 40 years old, backed up by all the latest scientific research. Stay tuned for that. Now, there are 3 simple rules that you should follow when you're over 40 years old in combining your foods. The first rule is to consume a high quality protein source in every single meal. Now, there are 3 scientifically backed reasons why. The first reason is because protein preserves muscle. Remember, if you're over 40 years old, you're most likely suffering from somatopause. This is a decline in growth hormone levels. And what this does is it induces a condition known as sarcopenia, which is a fancy word for muscle loss. By consuming protein in every meal, you prevent muscle loss over 40 years old. And remember, muscle equals metabolism. So you must do everything that you can to maintain or gain lean muscle tissue after 40 years old. Reason number 2 is called DIT or TEF, very similar things. DIT stands for diet-induced thermogenesis. TEF stands for the thermic effect of food. And when you consume protein, it has a higher thermic effect. And what this means is that when you eat protein, your body burns up to 30% more calories digesting that protein than when it digests carbs or fats. So by consuming protein in every meal, you boost your metabolism and you burn more calories. And the last reason is it reduces hunger and cravings. I have a study right here that shows people who eat a high protein diet obsess less about foods and have fewer late night cravings, which are obviously the death of any weight management plan that you're following. So there's the 3 reasons to include protein in every meal. Now, rule number 2 is to avoid starches and or ripe fruits in the meals where you're eating a higher fat cut of lean animal protein or lean meat. For example, if you want to eat lentil pasta, which is very healthy, or potatoes, there's a specific time you should eat these that I'll share with you in just a second. There's a specific way you should pair these with other foods that I'll share with you in just a second. Just know you should not have these or ripe fruits like these kiwis up here with this fattier cuts of red meat, like these lamb chops and these chicken thighs, because what happens is the ripe fruits and the starches raise insulin. Insulin is known as a storage hormone. So you want to avoid having insulin and fats present in the bloodstream at the same time to more easily manage your weight. So it's fine to have these fatty cuts of meat, just make sure that you're avoiding the starches and the carbs. Now, if you want to eat starches, fruits, and carbs, you can and should, because it will help boost your over 40 hormones. You just have to time them the right way. And when you do eat these carbs, this is rule number 3, when you do eat these carbs or these ripe fruits and starches, you just want to make sure you have a leaner cut of meat like a chicken breast or a filet mignon, and this will help you avoid that deadly combination that I just talked about. Now, how do you time your carbs to optimize hormones? Well, the first thing to know is the best time to eat your carbs if you're over 40 years old, believe it or not, is at dinner time. See, research shows that those who eat all their carbs at night gets just as good a results as those who eat their carbs early in the day. But here's the thing, the research also shows that when you eat your carbs at dinner time, you balance out your cortisol cycle. This coaxes your brain into releasing melatonin, inducing deep sleep. And if you're in a deep sleep, you're gonna have better growth hormone pulses throughout the night. So it's very, very important that you try to eat your carbs late at night at dinner time, or the next best time is before or after exercise, because then you're gonna use those carbs as a fuel source. And most importantly, as you'll find out when you click the link around this video and you go over to my website, that all the scientific research studies show that by timing your meals the right way, not just your carbohydrates. So if you're over 40 years old and you wake up 4 or 5 days of the week and you simply time your meals properly, you can boost growth hormone over 1,000%. Now, there's one more strategic way to eat more carbs to boost hormones. You see, if you go on a low carb diet, research shows it only takes about 1 week before leptin and thyroid hormones are suppressed. So by strategically timing a high carb cheat meal on the weekends the right way, you boost your leptin sensitivity, you boost your thyroid hormones. It's all backed up by the latest scientific research that you can learn about by going over to my website. Time is our most precious commodity. So I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day to check this out. I see a lot of people are liking this. Thank you for liking it. If you want to go back and watch this video again because I shared a lot of information with you, go ahead and share it, and that way it'll be on your wall and you can go watch it anytime you want. So thanks for watching this, and God bless.